All right, good evening. This is Align. My name is Steve. So tonight I have two blocks and a strap available if you have them. And at some point in the class, we're going to set up where we're coming near the wall. So you want to clear some space so you have that wall space available. For tonight, we'll go ahead and just start kneeling on a block. So we're going to take a block. On our knees, we'll place the block between your ankles and sit on the front edge of the block. Spine is erect. It's okay if the knees are, you got some space between the knees. Rest your hands in your lap and gently close your eyes. And we're going to be here for a minute or so. So if you need, then double stack the blocks so that it's more comfortable on the knees and ankles. Hands rest in the lap, eyes gently close. And just start to become aware of your breath. Relax your tongue down and away from the roof of your mouth. Relax your throat and your soft palate. And on your next inhale, we're going to slowly start to lengthen the breath to a slow 4 or 5 count in your head. Just nice, long, steady inhale. As you inhale, allow the belly to come out and down, expanding like a balloon, filling down into the pelvis with each inhale. As you exhale, we gently pull the belly in to help empty the lungs. Taking your time without creating any anxiety or stress. We slowly start to lengthen the exhale so that the inhale and exhale are the same length. Relax the tongue, throat, soft palate. After your next inhale, we add a slight pause. Exhale and pause. As the tongue, the throat, and the soft palate relaxes, as your breath lengthens, you may begin to hear your breath in the inner ear. Sounds of the ocean. Ujjayi breath. Victorious breath. Victory over the pose. over the breath, and over the mind. Search for this breath as we settle into each pose. As the mind wanders, as the mind will do, we bring our awareness back to this breath. Take a moment without judgment or criticism and observe how the body feels. Just being aware of any aches or pains, tightness or stiffness. As you observe your breath, observing the effort it takes to fill the lungs. Is there any restriction, stickiness that's not allowing you to take a full inhale? And lastly, we observe the stillness of the mind. Are you present on your mat? Or is the mind going from thought to thought, staying with one thought only long enough to move to the next? And if you choose to do so, set an intention for your practice. Going to slowly open the eyes, and we're going to find our way over to all fours. You can set your blocks to the side. Hands are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Next inhale, we're going to drop the belly down toward the mat, arch and look up to the ceiling. As you exhale, we tuck the tailbone under, lifting your back, and the head hangs last. Inhale, untuck the tailbone, belly drops, arch and look up. Exhale, tucking the tailbone, lifting the back, and the head hangs. One more, untucking the tailbone, moving one vertebrae at a time, moving with your breath. Tucking the tailbone, lifting the back, and head hangs. We slowly come to a neutral spine. Next inhale, we lift the right arm up toward the ceiling. Exhale, we reach behind the left arm to the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale through and reach. One more inhale up. Exhale through and reach. You can drop your shoulder to your mat, maybe resting your head. And breathe. And we slowly come to all fours. Next inhale, left arm out up to the ceiling. Exhale, reach behind the right arm to the right. Inhale, rise. Exhale through and reach. And one more inhale up. Exhale through and reach, dropping your shoulder to your mat. And breathe. Relaxing your tongue, your throat, your soft palate. And slowly back to all fours. Hands are pressing firmly into your mat. Fingers are spread wide. Make sure your middle finger is pointing straight ahead. You're going to tuck the toes under. Next inhale, we're going to lift the hips up and back. Keep both of the legs bent so we can really press through that upper body, pressing those hands away from you. Gaze is toward your ankles or your knees. Keep the left leg bent as we take the right heel toward the mat. Bending the right, left heel toward the mat. You can feel free to go back and forth at your own pace. Keep pressing those hands away and breathe. Then come back to both legs bent. And then together, take both of the heels toward the mat, trying not to lose the upper body. And breathe. Inhale, we walk the hands forward between the feet and come to a flat back. Exhale, fold forward, hands grab opposite elbows. Shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. And breathe. Hands release elbows. Inhale, we rise, reaching all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lifting the arms. You're going to grab the right wrist with the left hand. Exhale, we lean to the left. Gently pull on the right wrist to help lengthen through that side body. Back to center, reverse your grip, and exhale, we lean to the right. And back to center, release your grip, a gentle back bend as you look up toward the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Planting the hands, step the feet back to a plank. Slowly lower with control. Point your toes. Inhale, lifting the chest. Shoulders down and away from your ears. And breathe into the belly. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. We're going to lift the right leg up toward the ceiling. You bring that right foot forward between the hands. You grab it with the right hand by the ankle and help it up if needed. You're going to rest your left knee on your mat and point your left toes. You're going to leave that right heel on your mat. You're going to bring the right knee as far forward as you can. So as I come forward, that left leg just kind of comes along for the ride. You can stay on your hands here, or an option. If you need a little bit more, arms come to the inside. If the forearms don't quite find the floor, you can even rest them on a block. And breathe. Relaxing your tongue, your throat, your soft palate. Another breath. If you're on the inside of the leg, or come back up onto your hands. We're going to go into pigeon from here. So what you're going to do is you're going to heel toe the right foot to the left, right by your left foot. Leg comes down onto your mat. You can inch that left leg back gently if you need. You can stay on the hands or maybe come down onto the forearms. You gently close your eyes, relaxing your tongue, your throat, your soft palate. And breathe. Relaxing your tongue, your throat, and your soft palate. With each exhale, release and relax. Where are you holding? Where's that restriction? Another breath. I'm going to slowly come back up onto your hands. Just slide that left leg back just on all fours. I've got some company here from my down dog. So we're on all fours. We're going to tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back to downward dog. Left leg lifts. Bring that left foot forward between the hands. Grab it with the left hand and help it if needed. Resting the right knee on your mat, pointing the right toes. Keeping that left heel on the mat. Bring that left knee as far forward as we can. Right leg comes along for the ride. Stay on your hands here, or again, an option is to come to the inside of the leg. Forearms down to your mat or even on a block. And breathe. Long, steady breath. Another breath. Come back up onto your hands. Here we heel toe the left foot to the right by that right wrist. Bringing the knee down to the mat. Staying on the hands or maybe come down to the forearms, gently closing the eyes. With each exhale, release and relax. And breathe. Long, steady breath. Another breath or two. And slowly come back up onto your hands. Slide that left leg back to all fours. I'm going to have you turn sideways on your mat so that you can keep your knees on your mat just as a little extra cushion. We're going to go into frog. So side of the mat, knees as wide as they are comfortable for you. Inside of your feet are resting on your mat. So the foot is turned out. So toes are pointed out inside the foot on your mat. From here, come down on the forearms. You can do a little bit of dynamic stretching here. So on an exhale, what you can do is just gently press back. So like you're going to press your butt against the wall behind you. Doing it on an exhale. Gonna hold and breathe. If you need a little release, you come forward, maybe for a breath, and then exhale, pressing back. And then breathe into the tightness. With each exhale, release the tightness. A long, steady breath. And breathe. Another breath or two. to come out of this pose, you're going to come forward and rest onto your belly. So you're here under your forearms, coming forward, resting your chest on your mat or on the floor. Very slowly bring the legs together. Then you can roll to either side and slowly push yourself up to a seated position. And go ahead and grab your strap. And we're going to take our strap and wrap it around the arch of the right foot. Both of the legs straight, and you're going to lay down onto your mat. Then inhale, you're going to lift your right leg up toward the ceiling. Does not matter how high the leg lifts, keep both of the legs straight. And breathe. Gently close the eyes. Another breath. So we take both ends of the strap to the right hand, extending your left arm out to the side like a T. And as you exhale, take the leg out to the right toward your mat. Being mindful that left hip doesn't come up too high up off your mat. So you can keep it left hip down. And gaze falls where your neck is comfortable. And breathe. Inhale to center, reverse strap goes into the left hand, right arm out to your side. And exhale, we take the leg across the body to the left. Mindful to keep the right shoulder blade on your mat. And breathe. Inhale to center. Slowly allow your right leg to drift back down to your mat. Slide the left foot into the strap as you slide it off the right. Next inhale, we lift the left leg up toward the ceiling. Making sure we keep that left leg straight. And breathe. Relax your tongue, your throat, your soft palate. And take both ends of the strap to the left hand, right arm out to your side. And as you exhale, take the leg out to the left toward the floor. And breathe. Mindful that right hip doesn't come too far up off the mat. Inhale, we come back to center, reverse your grip. And exhale, we take the leg across the body to the right, keeping that left shoulder blade on your mat. And breathe. And inhale, we're going to bring that leg back up the center. And slowly lower your left leg with control. You can slide your strap off your left foot. And while we're here on our back, go ahead and bring that right knee into the chest, interlocking the fingers above or behind the knee. Keeping that right leg active, the leg is pressing into the hands as you're pulling on the knee. As you press back into the hands, you may feel the lower back just begin to lighten on your mat. May even begin to create some space. Breathe. So grab the outside of the knee with your left hand, extend the right arm out to your side. As you exhale, take the knee across your body to the left, keeping your right shoulder blade on your mat. Gaze falls where the neck is comfortable. And breathe. And we come back to center, slowly straighten right leg back down to your mat. Go ahead and bend the left leg. Fingers interlock above or behind the knee as we pull that left knee into the chest. Pressing that knee back into the hands. Or can you create some space between your lower back, your lumbar, and the floor? And breathe. Grab the outside of the knee with your right hand, extending your left arm out to the side like a T. As you exhale, take the leg across the body to the right, keeping your left shoulder blade on your mat. No tension in the neck in any way. And breathe. Come back to center. You can straighten your left leg back down to your mat. We're going to do happy baby. So bring the arms between the legs, grabbing the bottoms of the feet, pulling the feet and the knees towards your mat, bottoms of the feet up towards the ceiling. Rock side to side or front to back. And release the legs. I'm going to roll to one side and slowly come up to seated. And we'll go ahead and move your mat if you'd like so that it's coming out of the wall. And grab your strap. So we're going to take our strap and we're going to make a giant loop out of it. So if you have one with a silver buckle, it goes through both, over the second and back through the first. So you've got a nice little loop. So I'll give you a moment to get that set. Wait till we're in the pose and lying on your back, but it's going to be hard to see with the camera angle. But you're going to have your strap when you're in the pose, it's going to be just above your knees. And I only want at the very most a fist space between the knees. It's okay if they even touch. So the knees are very narrow. My heels are going to be wider than my hips. So just like when we're in Virasana on a block, the heels are outside the hips. It's going to be the same thing when we're in this pose. Okay, so we'll go ahead and lie down on your mat and show you the two angles. When you're lying down, my legs are about a 90-degree angle. So I'm not too far away and I'm not too close. Think knees are over the hips. Okay. And then you're going to take your strap right above the knees, lying down on your back, and then just heel toe the feet wider than your hips. So as I'm lying here, I should be able to see my heels. And from this angle, it would look like here. Now, this may be enough for you. May already start to feel something in the inner groin as the feet start to widen. To increase the intensity here, the trick is to try to break the strap. So I'm going to take my legs and I'm going to take them out as if I'm going to, separate my knees. Strap's not going to allow me to do that, but that action, that volitional action of me trying to break the strap with my legs is going to deepen the groin area. You can stay here if you need a break. You just simply release the tension just for a breath, maybe, and then reapply. And gently close your eyes, relaxing your tongue and your throat, your soft palate. And breathe. Hands can rest on your sides. Relaxing your tongue, your throat, your soft palate. Breathe. Another breath. You can heel toe the feet a little closer together. You can slide the strap off the legs and set it to the side. And we'll stay right where we are at the wall. You're going to take your right ankle and place it on the left knee. And if you need to scoot slightly away from the wall so you can get there, it's certainly acceptable. Scoot away a little bit. Here, you can control the intensity here. If you need a little more, take your right hand, place it above the knee, so closer to the hip, and you can gently push the knee closer to the wall. Do not press on the knee joint or on the calf. We're up on the upper thigh. Mindful we're not creating any pinch in the knee in any way. If we are, you just back off slightly. And breathe. Relaxing your tongue, your throat, your soft palates. Another breath. You can slowly uncross the right leg, place the right foot on the wall, left ankle on the right knee, and then listening to your body. If needed, you can slowly press on the left leg again, above the knee, closer to the hip joint. And breathe. You can also control this by how far away you are from the wall. And a long, steady breath. Breathe. Another breath. You can take the left ankle off the right knee. And then we're going to scoot closer to the wall. So legs are going to go straight up the wall. Just kind of have to wriggle your way up there. Butt goes closer to the wall. Legs are straight. More important that the legs are straight than the butt touches the wall. From here, rest your arms to your sides, and we're going to allow the legs to separate. So we're going like a wide leg pose. A little slight change here in this pose. Be aware of what direction the toes are facing. If I internally rotate the legs so the toes are maybe pointed a little bit more up toward the ceiling, how does this pose change? Or if I just release the legs and really allow the toes to go, maybe externally rotating the legs, toes more toward the floor. So find that spot for you that has more gripping. And we're going to stay and release. Breathe. Relaxing your tongue and your throat. Another breath. You're going to take your arms, your hands, and place them on the outside of your thighs and use your arms to slowly bring your legs closer together. We're going to bend the legs. As you do so, rotating the legs so the bottoms of the feet come together. Here you can explore where the feet are. So as the feet come closer to the perineum, it will increase the intensity. Or taking the hands here again above the knee, maybe we gently press towards the wall. And breathe. Relax your tongue, your throat, your soft palate. Another breath. Here again, we take our hands and we slowly take them underneath the knees, taking them, bring the legs back together. You can roll to one side. Take your time as you come back up to sitting. And then we're going to get ready for Shavasana. So if you need to move your mat away from the wall so you have some space, you can go ahead and do so. And then rest on your back, gently closing the eyes. Toes come together and touch. Heels are slightly separated. On your next exhale, release the legs so the feet fall outward. Arms to your sides, palms facing down. You're going to press your palms gently into the mat so you can just lift off the shoulder blades and really find your shoulder blades and ground them onto your mat. Then relax them down and then externally rotate the lower arms so the palms are facing up. Relaxing your tongue, your throat, your soft palate. With each exhale, release and relax, allowing the body to become heavy and to sink into your mat. You may even have the sense as if you are floating in water, with just the chest and the face floating above. no place to go, nothing to do. Simply breathe and allow the passive breath to breathe you. slowly start to lengthen your breath. As your breath lengthens, we start to bring awareness into your hands and your feet, gently moving your fingers and toes. With each inhale, we allow this awareness to move up the arms and up the legs, back into the body as we begin to reawaken. You're going to slowly bend both of your legs so the bottoms of your feet are resting on your mat. Slowly lifting your right arm, resting on the mat above your head. And keeping your eyes closed as your breath moves you, roll onto your right side. With each exhale, release and relax, allowing the organs to become heavy and to fall toward your mat. As your breath moves you, keeping the eyes closed and the head heavy, slowly push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Resting your hands in your lap, we bring our awareness back to the breath. Taking this moment without judgment or criticism to observe how the body feels, recalling how we felt when we began our practice. Observing the breath, the effort it takes to fill the lungs. Has this changed? And lastly, we observe the stillness of the mind. Are we more present? Give yourself thanks and gratitude for taking time out of your day for you and for this practice. Be gentle, be kind, be humble, be wise. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you for joining.
You're welcome. Thank you.